All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. And, man, this series, Lou, looks like it's over. The Dodgers take a commanding 3-0 lead in what maybe was one of the more boring World Series games in quite a while. This game was not very good to watch. The Yankees bats are dead. We welcome everybody on in to NorCal Sports Network, the place to be for all your sports needs. We give it to you live. We give it to you straight. Show is brought to you by Chapman Law Group. Make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call at 415-613-9483. They will help you out. Any legal needs you have, give them a call. Tell them NorCal Sports Network sent you. The only thing they don't do is family law, but they cover everything else. Litigation, you need paperwork drawn up, any kind of thing. You know, sometimes you just need a little advice from an attorney. Give Chapman Law Group a call. They're a sponsor of NorCal Sports Network, and we give them big thanks. All right, guys. This thing got ugly quick in the top of the first with what was it? Ohtani walked, right? Pretty much 4 pitches. He's sitting out there. Betts, I don't know what he did. He made it out somehow. And then Freeman hits a 2-run homer, and you kind of felt like
it was over.
You kind of felt that way because they took
the MVP Freeman, you know, another fastball right down the pipe, and he launched it. That's what good batters do.
Yeah, let's see. What is this guy saying? I'm wrong again. He says, let's go Dodgers. I'm wrong again because I picked the Yankees. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be wrong every now and then. That happens. It happens. I'm not Nostradamus. But, you know, I thought the Yankees would come out and play. But they didn't. So give the Dodgers credit. Bill M., $2, says, how about them Yanks? Yeah, they just look bad. You know, Dan, you're always wrong. Yeah, I'm always wrong. It's a message. I don't think you've been paying attention to this channel very long.
Is this guy? Why don't he be a member so he can call in? Tell him to join the club right now for $4.99.
Yeah, why don't you come in before you start throwing shots? I'm always wrong. Okay. I think I've been right about 75% of the time. I was right on the last 2 years on just about every take I had on the Giants. And I also told you the Dodgers would win the division. So not a difficult call. But let's see. Steven Ortega, Dan, is it worth signing Juan Soto but won't come in the clutch in the World Series? Look, guys are going to have up and down World Series. Willie Mays never hit a home run in the World Series. Jackie Robinson got benched in Game 7 in the 1955 World Series. Guys, hey, Barry Bonds struggled in the playoffs for years until 2002.
How about the Panda? He didn't even make the roster one year.
Yeah, and then he hits 3 homers in Game 1 of 2012 World Series. So
I don't understand that comment. How can you blame Soto? He's the only one that's been showing up for them.
Right.
It's Soto.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
and
Dan,
guys,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Luke.
But Dan, I think you got to give, and I know this is tough, you got to give the Dodgers credit.
Absolutely.
3 starters, 16 innings, they're giving up 1 run.
You know what, Lou? It's not tough for me to give credit when credit's due. I am not on, unlike some other channels out there that will play funeral music because they're sad that the Dodgers are winning and acting, like their lives are, like so pissed off that look, I'm not ticked off that the Dodgers are winning. Giants fans, you want a winning team? Then do better. Do better. Okay. I mean, the Dodgers are the class of baseball, period.
98 wins. Giants, you got to remember that they were 20 games better without even trying than the Giants.
Yeah, look, guys, I'm not going to sit here. I don't want to see the Dodgers win, but you know what? I respect great teams. This is a great team that is playing at peak level. They're confident and they're playing loose, and they got hot at the right time. They came from 2-1 back of San Diego, and Stephen Dre said, how do fans control the team? You said fans do better. No, I'm talking about the Giants. I'm saying the Giants need to do better.
Yeah.
If you want the team, if you're rooting for the Giants, you better put pressure. Don't show up to the games all the time. And if they're putting out a crappy product, I just think that the Giants are years away. And let me just tell you something, guys. You're not going to like what I'm going to say, but Juan Soto is not coming to the Giants, okay? Period. Now, if I'm wrong, as IT says, I'm wrong all the time, IT message, hey, look, I'll eat cake. In fact, I'll stuff a whipped cream cake right in my face, right on the air, right? I'll have fun with it. But what I'm going to tell you guys is do not count out the Los Angeles Dodgers in signing Juan Soto. He's going to either be a Yankee or a Met or a Dodger. I believe it's going to be one of those three teams. And do not be surprised if the Dodgers go out and give him a huge time offer and say, come win 4 or 5 world championships. Because you know what? Dodgers are going to win this one, and they're not done. They're not done. They're tired of knocking on the door and not making it. And guys, you got to realize, do you know how many years it's been since the Dodgers have won a World Series? Probably this is the 36 years. It's not easy to win a freaking World Series. 36 years. Think about that. And the Dodgers are tired of hearing about the 2020 can't win a full season World Series since 1988. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to get their team better next year. They're going to come back and be better. And they've got Ohtani coming back. They're going to have what's his name? The pitcher that got hurt from Tampa. He'll come back at some point. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Taylor
Glasnow. I wanted to say
Glasnow,
Gosman or Goslin. They got a Goslin and there's a Kevin Glasnow, Tyler Glasnow. But
they also going to have Ohtani come back pitching.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah. Now think about this, guys. Where did KD go when he lost in the Western Conference Finals? Where did he go?
He went to the World Champions.
He went to the World Champions. So why not Juan Soto, who's going to lose to the Dodgers, who are going to be the World Champions probably Wednesday night. I would think the Yankees get one, but who knows? So why wouldn't the Dodgers go after Soto, and why wouldn't Soto listen and say, you want to, I hear these people talk about Juan Soto wants to be the man. You could be the man with the Giants. I hear this on other content creators, and I'm thinking to myself, this comes from guys that don't know anything about what it's like to be around athletes. Athletes don't care about just being the guy. You think Juan Soto wants to come to the Giants and be the guy on a losing team? Come on. Guys want to win. Why do you think KD came to the Warriors? Because he wants
all
to
about
win.
The ring.
Wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know. I hear some of these content creators out there and I just chuckle. I chuckle because they think that, they think small. Their thinking is just unbelievable. Let me get
It's
to the super chat.
delusional.
It's delusional, yeah. Hey, Bill M, hell yeah, the Giants shop at Macy's and all these shops on Rodeo Drive, and the Giants didn't want Freeman. Absolutely. Absolutely, Bill. Thanks for the donation. Appreciate that. Look, and people say the Dodgers can't afford it. I heard the same content creators. Well, the Dodgers can't afford. What are you talking about? There's no salary cap. Do you know how rich Mark Walford is in the Dodger organization and how much they're making just with Ohtani? They deferred that money and they're making tons of money.
And
off
wait
of
till
him.
the merch.
Look,
World Series champion merch.
They have a plan. The Dodgers have a plan, and I wouldn't be surprised if part of that plan was for them to sign, Ohtani. Ohtani took the less money, the deferred money, so that Yamamoto could come, but it might even be for others to come. He said he wanted others to come. Look, Dodgers can make changes to their salary structure as well. And there's no cap, people. The Dodgers are drawing more and more fans. Everybody wants to join a winner. Everybody in the fans and look, they get more fans too. More fans join them. How do you think the Warriors, fans, all these people all across the world were Warrior fans before 2014, 15, and then when they got KD? No. More and more fans. And what does that mean? More and more merchandise. So do not think that Juan Soto could easily become a Dodger. Okay? Easily. And if the Dodgers think that Juan Soto might go to the Giants to maybe try and compete with them, they'll just up the offer and look, forget about him coming to the Giants. So
and Dan, you got to remember, if they don't get him, right, they're still going to be a great team. They're going to get healthier because remember, their whole starters this year went on the DL. Buehler pitched tonight. This was his best game off of Tommy John. Okay,
right.
They took the time. They didn't rush him back. The other thing, too, is you guys don't seem to realize is there are other teams that want to knock the Dodgers off. The Braves are going to get their MVP back, MVP of the league last year. They're going to spend more money. The Padres are going to say, I can't do this. We got to get better. They're going to do whatever it takes. Why the Giants are just going to sit on their hands and relax.
Yeah, forget the Giants. They're a fourth place team, guys. They're not going to be able to compete with these teams. As you said, Lou, great point. The Braves are going to get better. Acuna's coming back. So is Spencer Strider. He might come back in like July, but they're going to get their guys back. Austin Riley will be back. The Braves are going to be better. So this is absolutely a rough time for the LA, or not the LA Dodgers, but the San Francisco Giants. This whole series was, pretty much the Yankees blew it in game one, with the Freddie Freeman walk-off grand slam, right?
Defensively, too, they've been nowhere. They've made a lot of crucial mistakes.
Yes. Did you ever hear the Dave Fleming call on the home run?
I happen to, but I don't know about the chat.
Chat, I want you to play this, or I want you to hear this this call from let me see if I can
MLB. And you might want to just tell people exactly what led to this before the pitch. Why don't you tell them exactly where we were in the game? 10th inning, Yankees had a chance.
Yeah, Yankees are up in the 10th inning. Hold on, let me get this set up, queued up here. Dodgers were down to their out. I can see if I can. Okay, we got the siren coming here. Okay, so let's get get that muted. And they're coming after Lou. So guys, we try to give you straight content and give you comments based on years of experience, not only following the game, but being, big students of the game, being around, playing the game, and just having a really good understanding of what's happening. And Dave Fleming was on the call the other night, game 1. He's working for Major League Baseball International. Okay. So Dave Fleming, along with what's his name? Ryan Spielborg, I think it is. He played 7 years with Colorado, and he's on the call with Dave Fleming. And, I've been kind of times get down on Dave Fleming. I like Dave Fleming a lot. He's a great announcer. And Dave was working this game. And I'm going to play the call for you, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. Okay, 10th inning, bottom of the 10th, bases loaded. Nestor Cortez comes in to face Freddie Freeman. Well, he faced Shohei Ohtani, got him out on one pitch, walked Betts to get to Freeman to load the bases, and 2 outs, and bases are loaded, so now you got to come in, right? Because you can't walk the
First pitch.
So Freeman's sitting on a fastball. Now listen to this call by Dave Fleming, broadcaster for the San Francisco Giants. And here is the call.
Their final out. Freeman drives one. Deep right field. It is gone.
Okay, there you have it. I didn't want to keep playing the music because what happened to Lou?
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Okay. Oh, okay. The screen changed. I thought we lost. I couldn't find you in there. Okay, so here is the situation that just blew me away. I happened to hear another Giants content creator show that I heard, and they were talking about Dave Fleming, and they were threading Dave Fleming for getting excited on the call and announcing the call because he's a Giants broadcaster and it's a Dodger who hit the home run. And I'm just going, this is what the casual content creators do, guys. A Giants content show is ripping Dave Fleming because, and both of them, they're like making fun of his gone, like he's supposed to go. This is how this other show, content creators, would have rather had Dave Fleming make the call. The pitch to Freeman, deep drive to right field. That thing is gone. The Dodgers walk it off. Doggone it, the Dodgers beat the Yankees. I can't stand this. I'm a Giants announcer. What are you supposed to do? He's a professional, and he's not broadcasting for the Giants. He's broadcasting for Major League Baseball. And I'm thinking to myself, how do these content creators even have an audience when you talk like that? Lou, is that ridiculous? To rip
One of the most Probably one of the most top 5 exciting moments in World Series history.
Exactly. And probably Dave
And maybe
Fleming,
he didn't do it enough.
yeah, probably. And if I played the whole thing, he later goes, a walk-off grand slam. Look, the moment. The moment.
If you remember, one of the greatest calls was Kirk Gibson's home run. You had a homer who a St. Louis Cardinal homer, but he did the job the way he was supposed to too. I don't believe what I just seen. You got to remember, these guys are getting paid not by their employees. They're probably being paid by Major League Baseball, not Fox, because he's doing the radio. And he's got, one thing about Fleming is I give him a bad time about Giants because you hear him all the time, and he is a homer. He's always upset at the refs.
Right.
But, he also does college football where if he does a Stanford or Cal game, he's professional. And, he also is doing this. So if he's doing 3 different sports and for 3 different organizations, he does a pretty good job.
Well, I'm just kind of shocked because.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to be a homer.
Why would he not get excited?
Yeah,
look,
that was super
That was
exciting.
probably his next to the home run call where he lost his voice on the Edgar
Renteria.
That was probably his greatest moment in, calling.
That might be his most exciting moment of all time.
Absolutely. And this content creator is saying that he shouldn't have got excited. Why did he get excited, man? How do you get excited? Because he's a Giants.
Not real fans. Not yogurt fans in my mind.
That's just not understanding
the game
at all.
And the moment.
And the moment.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I can't believe that they would talk about that as though that is a crime when you didn't understand the moment. He's not a Giant.
Made up for Edgar Renteria's crack.
Absolutely, because he didn't crack. He didn't crack. A beautiful call. A beautiful call. In fact, I want to hear it one more time. It was so good. Let me play it again.
In fact, when they do the Hall of Fame and they have the radio thing, it'll be him and his voice. It was so well done.
Absolutely. Listen to this call again. And you know what? We'll cut this out because we got the music. We don't want to get but let's just let it play and listen to the whole excitement. This is a great call, a great moment in World Series history. And we got the Clown Network trying to tell us to not do this. Here we go. Again, the call by Dave Fleming.
Dodgers down to their final out. Freeman drives one. Deep right field. It is gone. Series walk-off grand slam for Freddie Freeman.
There you go, guys. The first walk-off grand slam in Major League Baseball history. And I thought he did an awesome job. You know what? He let the crowd, after it was, he didn't talk over the crowd. And then he talks at the end and says a World Series walk-off grand slam. Never have we had that before. And we got Giants content creators saying he shouldn't have done that. Yeah. That is just the stupidest call I can, that's why you guys got to keep it here because
and Dan, I think a lot of times too, maybe the chat doesn't understand the story of Freeman. I mean, that's what even made it better. If the chat doesn't know, Freeman took 3 weeks off during the season because of his son who almost passed away. And when he came back, the whole team surprise shirts of his son. They all wore it. That's what really built the team together because everyone was so worried about him. And for a guy to think family first, it wasn't about the Dodgers, it was all about the family. And now he's going to get MVP. I mean, you can't write movies like this. It's an incredible story. And I think that might have taken Dave Fleming. And trust me, I've been negative all year. His call to another level because of the whole story. You know, everything around it. The story, the moment, and it's game one of the World Series. And if you guys were on the chat, me and Dan talked about this, that we said maybe the Yankees may not recover from this because they did it. They blew it. They had a chance to win game one. And it was more than a punch in the gut. I mean, it might have just knocked them out because they haven't done anything since then.
Bill, let me address this. I don't know what that question reads. Did I call us the Clown Network? No. I'm talking about the giant content creators, another channel, not my chat or North. I'm just saying that I just think that's one of the most preposterous takes in the history of sports talk, whatever you want to call it, sports talk online or on radio or anywhere, that someone would actually tell a team, or not a team, but a
announcer not to do his job because it's
not to do his job because he's with, you know, it's a little different if it's a Giants Dodgers game, and it's a walk-off and he gets that excited. But this has nothing to do with the Giants, guys. I mean, just wild. I get shocked more and more the things I hear that some people make. But anyway, so let's get this thing going here with tonight's game, Lou. To me, this game was anticlimactic. The 2-run homer by the Yankees in the bottom of the ninth
meant nothing. You know what? That's like a Chapman homer. It meant nothing.
Right. Great point.
And it was funny because the announcers kept saying, "My God, they're gonna have another shutout. They're gonna have another shutout." You know, they jinxed them. You know, the old announcer jinx.
Yeah.
But you know, it was a 2-run homer. It meant nothing. The tie-in run never got to bat. So you know, I mean, it's, you know, that's why people don't realize how hard it is to win the title. I mean, this is unbelievable. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to give the Dodgers credit. And again, you know, they're going to make a lot of money from the World Series merch. Just like if you guys remember when the Giants won it in 2010 and 12, the merch was unbelievable, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The thing about the Dodgers is they're going to get a taste of the champagne and they're going to want it again. And they're going to do whatever it takes to take it again next year. Because like we said, guys, Philadelphia is going to be back. Atlanta is going to be healthy. They're going to be back. Padres are going to be back. Arizona is going to be back. And probably some mystery team we're forgetting about right now. And, you know, the Giants are going to be in another tough situation. You know, maybe if you listen to the chat, Dan, the first night after, or it might have been the second night after Buster became president of operations, Dan did something that brought this network to another level. He bought somebody that wasn't a homer, that was against the Buster hiring, and he had facts why. He was shocked, right? And to tell you the truth, I don't even know if he's even on KMBR anymore. I haven't heard him. But he basically stated exact great facts where after the fact that I realized, okay, we got Buster, and you really thought about it, there was a reason why Buster either took the step forward to be the president of operations. But right now, guys, if the Yankees lose tomorrow, free agency starts on Sunday. Giants We're not ready for it. We don't even have a GM. You know, I mean, it's upset, but you know what? We're sports fans. You got to give credit where credit's due. The other thing about the Dodgers that maybe we're not talking about, Freeman's doing great, and he's going to be MVP, but it's been the bottom of the Dodgers lineup. All playoffs. Guys you've never heard of, not the big three, that have led them where they're at. So when you go to the Giants and we have Chapman and nobody else, that's where there's a huge difference. You know, all season, you know, we had guys, oh, it's our injuries. Oh, we have guys down, all this. Guys, the Dodgers lost their whole starting five. They lost Freeman for 3 weeks in August. You know, every team goes through this, but it's your other players and in the clutch when they hit. And I'll just leave it with that, Dan.
Yeah, you hit it. And Lou, I got to tell you that the only thing that could possibly be good about that Verdugo home run in the 9th inning is sometimes I've seen teams get a little bit of a spark and it's the breaking out of a slump, and they come out the next day and put up 4 or 5 in the very first inning. So look to see if that happens, if the Yankees can get off the schneid early tomorrow. The longer they go scoreless, the more it favors the Dodgers because they're pressing. You can see them pressing. And
we talked about that. They have to get the lead early.
Yep. There's one thing I want to bring up in the game tonight, and I put it out on Twitter. I don't know if we can. Well, my producer's probably going to get upset because I played videos, but if I play something off Twitter, I might have to edit it. Well, you know what? I'll just skip it, but I'll read my comment instead of play. You guys all remember the moment. So let me see if I can pull up my tweet here. And yeah.
I know what you're gonna bring up.
You know what I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up that called strike 3, right?
The strike 3 is one. And people forget the Yankees actually got lucky when they had the play at home plate where he was actually safe and they called him out. But the referee, do you remember what this reminds you of? That check swing? Do you remember when the Giants played the Dodgers?
Flores. I don't think they called it on a strike. I think they called it on a they didn't call it on a swing, did they? They called it on
when the Giants against the Dodgers. That's how the season ended.
Right, but this is on a high pitch. I wrote here, Major League Baseball has a big problem. On its biggest stage, you can't have an umpire take the bat and possibly the Yankees' only chance of getting back into the series. Juan Soto was on deck as the tying run.
Yep.
Baseball should go to the challenge system or the automated strike zone. With all the money bet on the World Series and having the technology to prevent ridiculous rally-killing calls like this one, it's time for a change. And my parting shot to those who say, leave it alone, for those who like the human element and want to keep things status quo, then why not do away with all replays? Why do we have replays if we can't get – I mean, look at this call. Look how high that pitch was. And if he walks, the bases are loaded for Juan Soto.
Yeah.
And you know what? We have no idea what Soto would have done. But by killing it, we lost, as viewers, the one opportunity to see something exciting possibly happen in the game.
The minors, they have that now.
Yeah, they have the challenge.
They have the challenge,
and they would have said they would have called it a ball.
Right. And then they go to challenge.
Exactly. Baseball's got to. You can't have that. You can't have that happen. I mean, I have no skin in the game as far as money or anything like that. But if I did, I would have been pissed. And there's a lot of people really pissed because Juan Soto, what happens if he walks and loads the bases and Soto, let's say he doesn't hit a home run to tie it, but let's say he walks
a base hit,
and then Judge is up.
Yeah.
And what happens if Judge hits it out? You just took all the possibility out. And I get it if that happens in 1978 or
But not
1983.
nowadays with all the
It's
technology.
2024. You can't have that.
Yeah. No, I was upset about when they called the Dodgers out. I believe it was the top of the third or top of the fourth, where Muncy, you could tell, clearly was in. But the referee called him out.
You mean the ump at home? Are you talking about when Lux?
Yeah, it was Lux I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This is my thought. I saw the tag on the shoulder at about the time his hand went underneath and may have touched the plate, but the dirt picked up, and I couldn't see if he even hit the plate.
Because if he's called safe, they keep it safe.
Exactly.
Called him out.
Right, because we have no idea if his hand actually touched the plate or not. It probably did, but we don't know because you couldn't see it. And you go into a jury on a charges and say, well, the evidence isn't really there. It's not conclusive. You got to leave it.
And I think there's been problems all year with umpiring, but it's one play. But yeah, I think that was a huge momentum play too.
Okay. So this is $2 from Bill said, should the Giants go after Cody Bellinger? Seem to be linked. I don't know if Bellinger's that much of a difference maker. He might be in some parks. I think you bring him to Oracle, or what the heck's it called now? What's the park? Oracle, yeah. You bring him to Oracle, it just drops his stats down drastically. So I'm not really sold on Bellinger. I mean,
he hasn't been the same player. He's had one good year out of his last 5, and that was, and he already got hurt again last year.
Right.
He's never really recovered.
My biggest thing for the Dodgers is with Ohtani, that shoulder, it's a similar what Cody Bellinger did.
Yeah.
So is Ohtani got to get that right. He did not look the same tonight. He didn't look like he was up there as confident.
He looked like he was in pain.
Yeah. And that thing I don't know if you do surgery to correct that or just rest and rehab. I would think that the Dodgers are going to be a little concerned about that shoulder going forward.
Yeah, because after they win tomorrow, he won't have to do anything for 5 months until spring training.
What do we got? November, December, January, February, 4 months. Yeah. So 4 months because he's a pitcher, so he'll report in February. Well, they all report in mid-February, but they report a week early, the pitchers. So I don't know, Lou. Do you think they win tomorrow, or do you think the Yankees get one?
I think after today, well, you got to remember the Dodgers are doing a bullpen game.
Right.
So, again, I think the key to the Yankees is they got to get a lead. I mean, they've only had one lead.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to change the back of this screen a little bit so it's a cool picture, but it's a little bit distracting. Let's put up a little Dodger logo here since we're talking Dodgers.
They deserve it. It's better than a hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not putting the hat on. I'll give my respects to the Dodgers, but I'm not putting the hat on. I'll say this about the Dodgers. I think what Joe Lacob said with the Golden State Warriors, that they're light years ahead of the rest of the league. I think the Dodgers are light years ahead. They just have not been able to put the final pieces together. They have knocked on the door basically since 2013. They've been in the playoffs every year since 2013.
And the new system hurt them because it's harder to make it to the top with the new system. You get that week off. You don't play. You got to remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Instant makes a good point. Have you ever seen such a slow runner? That I thought that was Wilmer Flores running around third base tonight for the
It looked like
Yankees.
Mark Hill, the great Mark Hill.
Oh my goodness, he was
of Giants
slow.
in the 70s.
It almost looked like he was not even going full speed. Was that his full speed?
Yeah, he's slow.
You can't be that slow. He looked like he was jogging.
He
I'm
probably
serious.
didn't think they were going to throw it.
Oh, when he rounded third and I saw Teoscar with the ball, I go, he's going to be out because he was slow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't look like he was, I'm not going to accuse him of dogging it or jogging because I don't know how Stanton runs full speed. If that's his full speed, my hips bother me. I see the orthopedic surgeon tomorrow for my hip. I think I could have outrun that. That was slow.
It was slow. I agree.
Oh, my goodness. That was just like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah. It was another changer. Changed everything.
Yeah. So,
Lakers lost tonight.
Oh, so he has hip injuries, Stanton. So what are you sending him for then? You're that desperate? You're down 3-0 at the time, wasn't it? Or was it 4? I think it was 3-0.
3.
Yeah. Do we think they bring back Teoscar? I do. I think they want Teoscar. I'll tell you if they don't bring back Teoscar, it's because they went and got Soto. And I think...
And he's a lot cheaper.
Here's what I think. And I'm probably wrong on this, okay? For all those who say I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. But I'm going to make a bold prediction that the Dodgers are going to go hard after Soto week 1 and try and get a deal done. Because if they can't get something done, then they have to move on to Teoscar. I don't think, because Teoscar is going to command over $20 million a year. He got $16 million, I think, this year on a one-year deal.
Was it only a one-year deal?
Yeah, it's a one-year deal. He probably
wants like a 3-year deal.
Yeah, he wants a 3-year,
$65 million.
Yeah. He took the one-year deal with the Dodgers to prove himself. And you know what? When you hit in a lineup like you hit, look, if you go out and
This is what the Giants should have done. Get him for the 5 years at $110 million. He's young, right. He's athletic, and he can hit. But no, instead we got an old guy at third base.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to take a look at something interesting here. Let's just for the kicks of things, let's take a look at the LA Dodgers payroll and see what they have and what they could do. Okay, so this is their payroll right now. And Teoscar Hernandez, I'm sorry I can't blow it up any bigger. It's a Excel file, and it won't let me blow it up. You'll just have to trust me. Teoscar Hernandez, where are you? Come on. Where the heck is he on here? Where is Hernandez?
And he's been huge, too. Huge.
Maybe they don't have him on here because it's the 25 payroll.
Yeah, he doesn't have a contract for next year.
I don't remember what he was making this year. I thought it was 15, 16, something like that. But he's not on here.
One-year deal.
He's not on here. This is projected for next year, so they've already moved on.
Yeah, on chat, PJ said 1 year, $23 million this year.
It was 23 this year?
Yeah, that's what it says. Somebody on the chat named PJ said.
Okay. I'm looking here at the Dodgers payroll, and next year you've got $32 million for Glasnow. That to me is, I think that's a bad contract. Shohei's at 28. Betts is at 26. That's a bargain. Freeman, 25. Yamamoto, 18. Muncy, 14. And then Muncy, you got to realize Muncy's 34 years old. He's gone after next year. Okay.
They'll get younger, more athletic.
Right. So I think they're going to go get Soto. I really do. I think they're going to go get Soto because, look, he's 25 and he's got 10 years of ball in front of him. Okay. If I know I've said he's 28 or 29, but even if
he'll replace the two older studs, older all-stars.
Mookie Betts is 32. He will be 33 next year. Muncy's 34. Chris Taylor's 34. That's 27 million right there. After next year, those guys are gone. Okay. Oh, there's the siren. The San Francisco Fire Department's out. Okay. So, and then the rest of the guys, they're all young guys that they can move. Look, the LA is a star town. I think that, oh yeah, Freeman, that's right. Freddie Freeman is 35, going to be 36 next year. Look, you're going to need a Juan Soto to replace that. Ned Colletti on Soto to Dodgers video is out now on YouTube. That's right, guys. I was on last Friday night. We right here on NorCal Sports Network and the Krug Show simulcast. Ned Colletti said, "Do not count out." In fact, you know what? We'll play.
Can you play your own?
Yeah, we could play our own. Let me play this, guys, for you. I'll pull this up 1 second here, and let me. All right.
Light the beam. The Kings win.
You guys want to see something here? Where is it? Videos. What happened to my you know what? Maybe because I am on NorCal.
Or maybe because you simulcasted it?
Let me see if I can find it. Come on. Maybe producer can do it. Well, anyway, go check it out. Go check the video out, guys. I can't find it. Go check the video out. And it's like 2 minutes long. So go check it out. Give it a like. And guys, we're going to be putting out videos. We got more coming out tomorrow. And we'll be putting out a video or two a day. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And then turn on your notifications bell. Let me show you.
Yeah, notifications are great. Pops up.
Yeah. So, like, if I went to, I'll just go to one of my channels that I subscribe to here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me.
And Dan, Ryan on the chat, producer Ryan has the YouTube ready for you.
Oh, okay. Look, if I go to the Krug Show, for example, it says I'm subscribed right there. And I don't know where I know the notification bell is on, but if there's a notifications bell, turn the notifications bell on. Every time we put out a video, if you guys go watch it and give it a like, it helps the algorithms and it kicks the video out more and more. So we definitely appreciate you guys watching our channel and liking and the videos and everything we do. It really does help push it out to more people. So hit that like and subscribe button. I have a little flash. That's the only, I'm not the guy that can, the technical guy. So like and subscribe. Ryan has a video for us, he said.
Yeah.
Do we want to play it?
Link.
If he's ready to go, he can. Oh, did he put it in the link in the
9:36?
All right, here we go, guys. Take a look at this from last Friday night. mean, wait, why isn't it doing it? Oh, he's doing it for them. Okay, that's for them to go watch it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Sorry.
not for me to play it. All right. So I'm like clicking on it. So this is why I think the Dodgers, I wish I could have you look at Ned Colletti's face when he says it. Okay.
He's been right about everything.
Hey, he said Dodgers in 4 or 5 in this series.
Yeah, he's been right. All year you've had him on.
Yeah.
He laughed at how the Giants were. He didn't understand what Farhan was doing. He realized the Giants still don't have a bat. He realized how bad our farm system is, how great theirs is. It's not about the money. If the Giants wanted to spend, they could. Mark Graves' big win in overtime tonight. They looked dead. Last game of a road trip, and they finally got their first W of the season.
Sharks win tonight.
After 8 games.
All
Correct.
right. Very good. Very good. And Instant says, laughing out loud, he wants an apology video once Soto signs. How about that? And bring Dieter on for that. Okay. Oh, Instant is a Giants fan, right? Instant, are you a Giants fan? We have so many Dodger fans that have joined recently. I can't tell who's the Giants fan and who's the Dodgers fans. We've got a membership link here. Look at that. You guys want to join the membership for $4.99 a month?
Dan, I have a question. I can just watch you for free. Why would I want to join? What do I get anything extra?
You get the satisfaction of
being a member. Any other perks?
Well, you get most of your comments read, not all of them. We try and
I like that.
We can't get every comment put up. Otherwise, we become just a chat happy channel where we're just in the chat. There's other channels that love the chat. We love the chat too, but we want to put out good content.
So if I say something and I'm a member, I get that. I get exclusive videos. Anything else?
Exclusive videos. We're going to give discount on merch. We're trying to work out our merch store. We are in contact with a merch group. I'm working with the same merch store that Kruger uses. So Freudian slip Dan. No, we love the chat. We love our chat. Yes. Oh, you also get, if just for joining, you get a $10 gift certificates just to go to the Yogurt Shack.
Oh, that's awesome.
Only $5 to join as a member.
And I get $10 worth of free yogurt?
Yeah, it's $5 a month. We're not going to give you $10 a month for yogurt, but it is $5. I have a CVS deal. I pay $5 a month for a CVS club, right? And I get discounts, but I get $10 off free every month. They give me $10. So every month I go into CVS and buy something for $10. It's free. So
Free,
it costs me $5 a month to be a CVS member. But why wouldn't I do that? I would do that with 1,000 companies if they offered that, because I'd be paying out $5,000 a month, right? 1,000 times 5, or I'd be paying out $5,000. But I'd be getting.
I've never turned anything down that says
10,000
free to me. I don't turn it down. I cancel stuff that's free.
If you want to cancel after 1 month, Joe says, and get yogurt. You could do that. That's part of the.
But we're year round here. We're not just talking baseball.
But we're not talking just baseball. We will cover baseball all off season when something happens. We're not going to just go on to just a bunch of chatter for nothing. But we will cover things that are happening, winter meetings. We'll give you some of our speculations. But I think Juan Soto is going to be a Yankee, a Dodger, or a Met. I don't see any. Does anybody else see another team for Juan Soto? Phillies, maybe? Toronto could put some money out. But why would he come to the Giants, even if the money's a little bit better? Why?
He's loving right now being in the playoffs. We're not a playoff team.
Why would you leave that short porch in Yankee Stadium too? That's just like, I mean, that ball Freeman hit wouldn't have been gone in a bunch of parks tonight.
I could see him maybe taking a chance if the money's more. I could see him going to someplace like Chicago where he would be a legend.
Yeah. Okay. Hiroku says Mets.
Yeah, I don't think he's leaving New York. I think the Mets and Yankees
Bill says
go at each other big time.
Bill says Braves. You know, if the Dodgers come into it, imagine a lineup of Shohei, Soto, Freeman, and Betts.
Are you out of your mind? That's an all-star team.
I know, but it's only going to be for 2 or 3 more years. Freeman's not going to be around. I mean, he's got a 6-year deal, and he's in year,
I think 4 now.
3. This is year 3. He came after the 21 Braves championship. So he's going into year 4 next year. He's done after 2 more years after this. So Freeman, you got to replace that left-handed bat. And Muncy's gone. The more I talk, the more people are going to start coming on with me that Soto is going to could be a Dodger.
Dan, I think what we should do, since you took down probably the greatest poster you ever had of in your background since it's done, maybe we'll put up something once free agency hits and people from the chat can think where he's going to be, because a lot of people on this chat said, oh, Dan, you're always wrong. Well, we'll put it up. Soto, who thinks we'll go with the Mets? Who thinks we'll go there? And we'll have a little chart over your right shoulder. And then once he signs with the team, we'll acknowledge those people that are correct.
All right. Producer Ryan, let's play off. Because only Dodger Dan thinks that. Let's get Ned Coletti on here, Ryan. Let's pull it up. I don't know how to. I can't seem to find it on the channel.
Kitchen Handy, light the beam. First win of the season. Congratulations to your Kings.
Yes.
Stuart.
I'm looking for the 2-minute video. The 2-minute video with Juan Soto with Ned Coletti.
I like what Mr. Crowley put down.
Ned, the same guy. Oh, Ned's a great guy. Ned's a great guy, Kitchen Handy.
And we got to put Coletti on for one reason. His Sharks finally got a W. We said we wouldn't talk about the Sharks, so we got a win. They got not only a win, they got an overtime win on the road up in Utah against the old Arizona team.
Okay, so here we go. I think I have it in my email. Thank you, Ryan. And let's take a look at this. Is this up now? I got a question for you that I think a lot of fans, especially Giants fans, I don't think the Giants have a shot at Soto. But if the Yankees go on to lose this and let's say Judge just doesn't perform at all in this World Series, does that have an effect on his free agency? If you've been around teams and when free agents, if there's a bad ending to this series for the Yankees, does that affect the Yankees or Soto maybe saying, hey, look, I want to move on?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the numbers he hears.
All right, guys. Now I'm going to pause this. Watch Ned's eyes. Just look at him when he says something about the Dodgers.
Look at Larry. He's excited.
And it's going to be one of the New York teams.
Money? I can't believe it's going to be the money.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it might be the money. I mean, it's going to be a good team, too, though.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be the Mets or the Yankees. It's going to be.
He's going to look at the Yankees
right here.
And
coming
the
up.
Yankees they're really good, and they're going to be. They're always going to be good, competitive, or they're going to try. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he probably enjoys playing there. You know what? I shouldn't say it because I don't know that, but but he's going to go where he can look at it. I think he knows what it's like in New York. So if he likes it there, he's going to get a big offer from
Here
the
it comes.
Yankees, I would think. I don't see him coming to the Giants. I mean,
I don't either.
we can't go through this every year. And I don't even know if it's right to sign a guy for 15 years, $600 million. I don't know that that's the right thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds good, but
Yeah.
How are you going to feel if he signs with the Dodgers?
what's that?
Oh no, don't even say it. That I will say this.
Don't count Mark Walter out.
Behind
Probably right.
every
There you go. Don't count Mark Walter out. Don't count Mark Walter out. Look. Take off the subtitles. I didn't know anything about that, Ryan. They were in the way, yeah. But anyway, this is something I believe that is going to come into play. I may be wrong, but I'm looking at this, guys, because the Dodgers are getting older. 2 left-handed bats, Freeman and Muncy. And Soto, who's the next free agent? Look, the Dodgers live off of trades and free agency, right? They have a couple of minor league guys, but they don't have any studs coming.
No.
Why would they let this thing completely fall off in a couple of years? I think the Dodgers want to win 3, 4 in the next 5 years. I think that's what their goal is, to win 3 in a row or more. And you got to keep the thing going. You got Shohei for 10 years. You got him for 9 more. Now, they're probably going to want to get somebody there's not any superstar that's coming see, the new thing is, guys, the new young kids are getting signed for 7, 8, 9 years. So by
After
the time
second year, when they're good.
So by the time they come up for free agency, they're 30. What 25-year-old's going to come up for free agency again that's a superstar? It's not happening.
That's why, Dan, if you listened, we said why Webb was a good trade, because it's a very friendly contract. You can get Webb. You don't spend buckets, so you can get a superstar. That's why he was so valuable. Gunnar Henderson in 5 years, Giants might not even have a team in 5 years the way they're rolling.
And Gunnar Henderson, who knows if Baltimore doesn't buy him out and buy his arbitration years out.
Guy's going to make it in the major leagues. This guy's got more pressure. Our guy in the minor leagues.
Who? Oh, Bryce Eldridge?
Yeah, Bryce Eldridge. He guy hasn't played day 1 yet, guys.
Yeah, there's no guarantee he makes it.
They're making it like he's a combo of Buster
and Shohei,
Willie Mays, McCovey, and all this. Guys, he's not like this. Okay? First of all, yeah, he's advanced, but me and Dan can tell you guys that have been so great and have had such a big ceiling that just don't make it. I think MF brings a great point. Gary Brown, we heard about this guy for 3 years, and the guy's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. The only guy I've been hearing more about might have been probably like Chili Davis, who was so good in the minors. And he was good, but he was no superstar,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is the issue with the Giants. They have no stars. And
what is Eldridge going to do when Chapman's not going to protect him? You got to remember, this guy might be good, but when he comes up, he's going to probably have a horrible first probably 6 months because he has no protection. He has nothing.
Exactly. Great point by Mark Graves. Giants need to trade with teams that are looking to cut salary. Yeah, Giants need to start making trades and going out, and you can win in baseball if you don't have to have the superstars. You just need some all-stars. But if you don't have a couple of superstars or at least one, you need 3 all-stars in your lineup. You do. You need really good players because look, when the Giants won, you got to realize the game was different, but they had Buster, they had Pablo. Those were both all-stars. Buster was the best at his position, him and Molina, but they were so much better than everybody else. So you had that, and then you had an incredible pitching staff and an incredible bullpen. So
Great bullpen.
What's that?
Great bullpen.
Oh, great bullpen. Shutdown bullpen.
You had during those times, you had 2 stud stoppers. Stud. You got to remember Sergio went through the program, and then of course, our main stud, he went through the program before he hurt his shoulder. The Giants really haven't had any superstars that have gone through single A all the way up that, have actually been a good talent. If you guys look who we had last year. Harrison was the talk of the talk. This year, I'd give him like maybe a C. He was no A of what they did. It's just a different game. You can get these guys that are great in high school, but everything changes when you go from an aluminum bat to a wood bat. When you go from single A to double A. When you can be great double A, triple A, but boy, when you go to the pros, you see curveballs you've never seen before. It's like It's like college to the NBA. You get all these great college players, and when they go to the NBA, it's a different game. They're just quicker. I mean, there's no bigger leap. That's why you get these guys that get called up, and they might be great in the minors, but they just can't make it.
Right.
And you got to be patient.
I
mean, look at Matt Williams. He was so atrocious the first 2 years. I mean, it was bad. So,
yeah, if you can't get some really solid players in free agency, then you may have to look at trading Logan Webb. Seriously. If you're going to stutter and come back with the same club and be a 4th place team again, then you're just going to have to cut bait and say, we've got to get better. We've got to find a way to improve this team. And the only way we can improve this team is we got to move movable assets that bring us a return. Who's going to bring you a return on this team other than Logan Webb and Bryce Eldridge and maybe now Ramos, but you don't want to get rid of Ramos. He's 24. He's the guy you start to build around. You need guys like Ramos. And I think Luis Matos is a guy that they need to play in the lineup because Luis Matos at least puts the bat on the ball. I mean, he doesn't strike out like all the rest of the team. Why the heck they got guys, all strikeout guys in the lineup? Look, your power hitters are going to strike out. I get it. You need a couple of power hitters, and they're going to strike out 25% of the time, or maybe a little higher. But you can't have 9 guys, without Jung-Hoo Lee, Lou, every guy in the lineup, including Tyler Fitzgerald and Ramos, everybody struck out over 20% of the time this year.
Yeah, and people forget that was this year. 2023, the Giants set a record and led the major leagues in strikeouts. Led the league. We only improved a little bit. So it's not like it's something that just happened this year and it was a fluke. That's what we're known for.
Right.
I mean, if you take out late night Lamont's first 2 months before he got injured, we had the worst on-base percentage and worst hitting with runners in scoring position in the league. We were lucky to finish 4th out of 5 teams in the NL West when you think about that.
Wow. Hold on here a second. Maybe hold on.
And guys, one thing about this chat, we'll tell you how it is. I mean, we had a guy today, I forgot who it was saying Dan's wrong, Dan's wrong. At least Dan stands by his voice. He'll tell you what he thinks, and if he's wrong, he'll admit it. I'm wrong a lot too. Hell, I was wrong this year. I had the Padres at 40-1. I lost. My team didn't even get to the dance. You know, it's just part of this. One thing about this chat, guys, is we're not homers. We're going to tell you how it is. You know, if you guys want to hear how it is, tomorrow night we're doing a Warriors recap. I haven't been positive on the Warriors at all. If you listen to producer Ryan, Dan wants me to change my name, Mr. Negative, aka Mr. Negative, because I don't think the Warriors are that good this year. Dan thinks they're good. If you listen to our Niners shows, a couple of us, me, Los, we don't think the Niners are that good. Dan thinks they're better, but that's what makes this show unique. You guys will be bored if all we tell you is all great stuff, which is not reality.
Let me liken this. I see some things in the chat. Heroku, yes, Dodgers don't get everyone. They get some, correct. But they generally get the guy they really want.
Correct.
They generally go out and get the guy they really want. Not always. But think of it this way. The Warriors, the Hampton Five. You guys remember the Hampton Five, right? It was
Hampton Four to get their fifth.
Yeah, the Hampton Four, right. It was Steph and Clay, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala. And they all went and met with KD and said, we want you. We want you. It's going to be fun. We play a different brand of ball. We play a lot of fun. We have a joyous team. It's unselfish. And Steph was there to say, I don't care if I'm not the main guy. Look, Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, they don't care about being the guy. Look, they're all three of them are great. They're all going to the Hall of Fame. Baseball's different about being the guy. You think
they want the ring? That's all they care about.
You think Ruth and Gehrig and who else was on that team? Was Yogi Berra on that team? Or was he after Ruth and Gehrig?
Oh no, he was after.
Yeah, he was after. Yeah, but who was the three guy? It was they had Ruth and Gehrig, and
Gehrig.
There was a third one. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, the point is that I could see Ohtani, through his interpreter, Betts, and Freeman going over to Juan Soto and saying, let's have fun.
Why not?
Let's win. Let's see if we can do what the old Yankees did and win several in a row, you know.
Mantle? Maybe it was Mantle.
No, Mantle was not there with Ruth. Mantle was with
he was after.
Mays. Mantle was in Mays' era. Dan Durant left because he was being criticized for not winning the ring at the top dog. That's why he left. Well, Soto,
he already won a title.
He already won a title with Washington. At 19 or 20 years old. He won it in 2019 after Bryce Harper left. Look, you need 3 or 4 guys to win that are really good players. I'm not saying the Dodgers definitely get Soto, but I think they have a better shot than the Giants. I'll bet money on that. The Dodgers have a better shot of getting Soto than the Giants. I don't think the Yankees let him get away. I think the Mets are going to be pounding hard. And I think Cohen,
every team that made the playoffs are going to go after Soto.
Except Detroit and Cleveland.
Maybe they need a superstar. They got the superstar pitcher. They got money. They're young. Why not? I'm just, throwing it out.
You're right. Detroit has the money. Sure.
You get to the playoffs, you try to figure out what can you do to take that next step. What do you need? Why not get Soto? It's one less thing we got to worry about with the Yankees. Maybe that's their missing piece. thinking out loud.
The Dodgers don't care about the luxury tax. Believe me.
They're like the Warriors. They don't care.
They
It's all
don't
about
care.
the ring.
Look, it's the ring, and the ring brings you more money. It brings you World Series merchandise. It brings you so much more revenue. You got to think like, you think of Joe Lacob. Look at Joe Lacob, what he did. He paid the luxury tax 2 years ago, and they didn't even make the playoffs. And he had a chance to get rid of guys, and he didn't do it. These guys have so much money. This is not their main source of income or revenue.
Just their TV contract is $7.2 billion. Do you know what the contract with Comcast Bay Area is? Probably like $300 million. Theirs is $7.2 billion. I mean, it's completely way out there. I mean,
yeah, and you know what? Yeah, you cannot. I've been down in LA. I've lived in Southern California, and I was there in 2016. If you don't have the network with, I'm trying to remember who it's through for the Dodgers, you can't get the Dodgers locally. Was it Time Warner or who did they have? I can't remember.
That was the old owner. Yeah, he screwed him.
But whatever they have, you have, and if your cable provider doesn't have it, you're screwed.
Yeah. And they own it. They own their own thing. Sort of like how the Yankees.
Don says when the Dodgers wanted Turner and Machado at the deadline, they got him. Yeah. They went and got him. So
yeah, McCourt. Good call, Spence.
Frank McCourt. That's who was the owner when Ned Coletti was over, and they were going bankrupt. Yeah, they had no money. But Bill says, hate to be negative and switch subject. Wig is out tomorrow with back tightness. Tired of this guy. I would have traded him 2 years ago. Well, he's out tomorrow. Steph's definitely out, and so is DeAnthony Melton. So their depth is going to get challenged. Now they're, instead of 12 deep, they're down to 9 deep, and that brings a couple of guys at the end of the bench up, and maybe they see some minutes. Lindsey Waters being probably the next man up for the 10th guy. We got a poll out. Do we have a poll? What's this, a poll? Boris says, no, do not trade Webb. Where's our poll? Is there a poll in here? Can we put it up on the screen? Or where is our poll? Is it on, maybe it's on our channel. Let me take a look. Let's see what we got here. Hold on here.
And guys, we're just not going to trade Webb just to trade Webb. We're trying to improve the team. If you listen this year, in Webb starts, we had a losing record. Okay.
Oh, wow. Look we do have a poll.
If there's a bat out there, we're just trying to improve it.
Guys, join the poll. The poll out there. Should the Giants trade Logan Webb? We've got 23 votes, 39% so far. Well, I won't say.
Where is it?
You got to sign into the channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. We've got some more. We're going to put some more polls out here. So, will the Giants spend that kind of money once they become the richest team in baseball? Let's hope, because once all that project gets done, what's it called again?
Behind the thing.
Yeah.
They own everything except the Hall of the Longshoremen and that parking lot. They own everything behind it. Shoot, I forgot the name now.
Mission Rock. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, MF. Black Rock. Yeah, Black Rock would probably buy the Spencer says Black Rock. Mission Rock. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here in the chat? How's our poll coming along? It's close. It's close. Hey guys, if you want a poll, you got something you want to we'll put something, a poll together. Just put it in the chat.
And guys, do us a favor, like and subscribe again, because in the last, I'd say since Farhan got axed, our usage has gone way up. Have we hit 3,000 yet, Dan?
No,
Okay.
we're not. We're getting close, but we still got a few hundred to go. We're pushing 2,700, I believe. We're at 2,683. Oh, come on, guys. We're gonna get to 2,700 over tomorrow. You watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, right now they should trade. Webb is in the lead.
Yeah.
27.
Heroku says if they Giants don't trade Webb, they still need to sign a number one starter. Yes. Here's what I would do. If I'm running the Giants, I am going out. You want to make this team really good? I go out and I sign Corbin Burns and Snell. And I get them both. And I put my money
there. 60 with 5 studs.
Right. And then I trade Webb. I go out and trade Webb and I get myself 2 top 100 prospects that are ready to play in the lineup with speed and some power. And I get 2 everyday players. And now I've got Snell. My money's now in pitching. I've got 2 of the top pitchers. I got Snell and Burns. Okay. And now I get the rest of the rotation worked out. Plus I got Robbie Ray. So I've got 3 really good starters. And now I'm going to get some young position players to build around. And I may go out and sign one other free agent. But if you're going to put money into the pitching and then build the team like Baltimore, get some young guys. Okay? Then you get Eldridge comes up, and then you get a couple other top 100 prospects. And now you're cooking, and your position players, you're not paying out a ton of money to. Your free agent, you're not going to go out because you're not going to get Juan Soto. Forget it.
It's the only way we're going to make the playoffs.
You got to have pitching, and then you're going to have to go out and sign or trade for some guys that are ready to play, that are guys that are blocked. You know, I would have went out and got Kelby Mayo. You know, I would have not signed Matt Chapman to that money. I would have went out and got Kelby Mayo to play third base. And then I'd have Mayo and Eldridge on my corners, guys that can both.
Now we're talking.
Both that can hit over 30 homers a year. And, you know, but you can't depend on Snell showing all season. Go look how many innings he pitches. Yeah, I get it. You know, you can go get Burns and go get a Max Fried, or you could go get some of the other lower level pitchers, guys that are – we'll have to look at the free agents. We'll have to spend a show on that, on free agents in the off season, guys, because it's coming. We're about a week away.
Yeah, it all depends if the Yankees lose tomorrow. It's 3 days after the final game of the World Series.
So 3 or 4 days, yeah, something like that. Is it 3 or 4? I always thought it was 4, but you may be right. When does MLB free agency start?
And remember, guys, we still don't have a GM.
Major League Baseball free agents typically begins the day after the conclusion of the World Series. However, players cannot sign with a new team until 5 p.m., 5 days after the end of the World Series.
So free agent starts the day after, but you can't sign. But you can probably negotiate. You just can't sign. Sort of like how the greatest secret is NFL free agency, but 2 weeks before.
Right. Yeah. They're
You
all
already knew.
signing at
Yeah.
12:01. Suddenly they just signed without negotiating.
Yeah.
Hey, we just worked out this contract in the last 48 seconds.
Yeah.
So here's my take. I think this would be pretty wild if the Dodgers did this. They win the World Series, and 5 days later, they've signed Juan Soto. I don't think it'll happen because I think Soto's going to listen to some offers. But I think the offers are going to come fast and furious for Soto this year. I don't think there's going to be this drag.
It won't be like Ohtani. It'll be quick.
Yeah, it is 5 days, Mark, that they can actually sign. They can't sign until 5 days. I'll pull that up for you right there. Okay. There you go. Major League Baseball. It typically begins the day after the conclusion of the World Series. However, players cannot sign with a new team until 5 p.m. Eastern time, 5 days after the end of the World Series. So 5 days, if it ends tomorrow, that would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 5 o'clock. Wow.
And boy, wouldn't it be great? A little rumor comes while everyone's talking about the election. Boom, somebody gets Soto when all the news on the election.
You know, I think this Soto thing, though, I think with what happened, do not things, Lou, when the pendulum is swung one way, sometimes instead of coming back to the middle, it always reverts and goes the opposite. And last year we had guys signed so late that they weren't even signed until spring training had gotten underway.
Snell said he will be signed before the latest would be the end of this year. He doesn't want to have to go through what he went through last year, which he thought hurt. He also hurt the team. He wants to sign quick. So especially with his situation, he doesn't want to ever go through that again. A lot of it says he blamed his agent. And he says, I want to be signed so I know where I'm going. I can tell my family because of his family situation. You know, I think it's going to change because last year was a disaster. You know, a lot of these guys got hurt. They never really had, the whole spring training. It was a disaster.
Hey, guys, let's get some votes on this. We got a lot of people watching, over 165 watching. I know a lot of you, probably half of you are over on X or Twitter, but those watching on YouTube, go ahead and vote. And those on X, come on over to YouTube and click on YouTube and vote. We've got 31 votes right now. Let's get this thing up over 50 votes, maybe 75 votes. YouTube user voted by mail. You know what? It's a hanging Chad. It's a hanging Chad. So come on over, guys, and let's.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I voted.
Can you vote on Twitter?
Yeah, on X. I look up you, and there you are. And then you got a good-looking guy to your left. A lot of people want to know who that guy is.
Let me see what's to my left. Yeah, Boris isn't going to screw his clients 2 years in a row. Hiroku says this thing goes till December or maybe later for Soto.
Yeah, I think the worst it would be, I think it goes early, but then, they have the managers meetings where it used to be a frenzy of action. I don't think Soto goes that late. I think it gets done during the winter meetings, which is the first week of December. First week of December, the winter meetings.
Yeah. And I think it's going to get high and heavy, just like Judge did. I think their guys are going to want to get things done and get it set. And you know what? Boris is not going to want to drag it out because he lost some clients this year.
He lost money.
He lost money. Guys moved on from him. And you know what? People who have Boris, nothing gets done until the big guy falls, right?
Yeah.
And so everybody waits to see where the big guy goes. So if Boris is smart, he gets this thing done early enough, maybe I think Boris takes it into the winter meetings probably, but it would be
6 weeks. And the other thing is there's no longer Farhan with his 1 opt-outs, so we can't use that anymore.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we'll see. And then we got the Giants GM. We got 32 votes. Guys, 33 votes. Let's get that thing up to 50 real quick, guys. Come on. 18 minutes, the poll's been out. It's a very simple question. Should the Giants trade Logan Webb? I like Webb. But you know what? And I get that he's a great dude and I would love to have him around, but the Giants don't have enough to support Logan Webb. They can't even win games he pitches because they don't score enough runs. So this is nothing against Logan Webb. It's actually a compliment to Logan Webb because he's their greatest asset.
We're trying to improve the team, not make the team worse.
Right.
And you got to get something good to get something good.
Correct. And teams like a Baltimore Orioles would love a Logan Webb because he's signed. He's relatively not a huge contract, AAV.
Yep.
So,
and I also think with the Dodgers pitching so well, and that this World Series championship is because of good hitting, but it's really about starting pitching. His value's gone up without even him doing anything.
Right. Exactly. So, I'm getting hungry.
Oh yeah, well it's that time. You know what you should have? Might help your. Don't get a big meal. I would definitely probably have something like a nice little snack.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't live out here in the East Bay like you used to.
Yeah, I get some yogurt.
Yeah.
I head right over there. Right now, they're open till 10. Oh, they're closed now. Okay, 10:20.
Yogurtshack. I'm not really sure. Joe Schmo wants to know what happened to Farhan. Have you heard anything?
No. Webb and Chapman are your 2 tone setters in the clubhouse. I don't like getting rid of any of them.
That's not saying much, Bora.
I mean, I see your point, but
offense, defense, but we're not winning with both of them. We got to do something different, don't you think?
Gonna have to do something. You're gonna either have to add, but if you can't add these, producer Ryan, he didn't do the poll exactly the way I told him to do it, probably because there's not enough words. The words were the exact words of the poll, the way I wanted it written was, should the Giants trade Logan Webb for 2 top 100 prospects and a third player? Because I think you can get 2 top 100 prospects you definitely could. The other thing you have to look at is, again, if they don't get any free agents that are difference makers,
fourth place again. We don't even get a ribbon for 4th place.
Guys, they're not going to get better next year because guys are, yes, you're going to have Ramos for a full year and you're going to have Fitzgerald. I'm not so sure Fitzgerald is a guy that is a huge difference maker. He's a good player, but let's see how he does. He hit all those home runs in a streak, and then he didn't hit any after that.
Yeah.
And he struck out like crazy. Okay? I think the best place for Tyler Fitzgerald is to be a super utility role. Yeah, we need to do a meet and greet. Maybe we do a meet and greet up in we got to do a meet and greet, Lou. You and I, Bora, Los, the 4 of us, maybe at Tommy's.
I could set up the whole back room.
Yeah, how many can we get in there at Tommy's?
Probably 50 to 80.
Yeah, that might be good.
I like to do a meet and greet there, or it's sort of hard because we got Christmas vacation, but maybe next year.
Yeah, in January or
During the
February.
football season, I could set us up in Vegas. Easy to get to. People go. We'd have a couple booths where we could watch football, all hang for a couple days.
Yeah.
I can get special rates for rooms. We'd have our own booth, so we'd be treated like VIPs. But the only way you can do the meet and greet is you got to be a member.
Well, non-members can't come? Non-members are welcome, Lou.
It's the incentive. Be a member. Look what you get. You get
have
yogurt, and you get meet and greets, and you get videos, and you get to meet this guy. A lot of people haven't seen, producer Ryan. That's almost.
Oh yeah, we can't forget producer Ryan.
Yeah.
There we go. That would be. Let me see what we've got.
We could set it up pretty good. In fact, guys, this weekend on Wednesday night, I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the Westgate, the old Las Vegas Hilton, and I'm going to sit down with a friend of mine because what me and Dan want to do is my buddy runs the sports book at the Westgate. Larry Kruger knows him very well, but I want him to come on to a podcast when the bowl games are announced. He can go over, we'll go over the bowl games, who he likes. Last year, he was the top handicapper for football games. They wrote him up. Great guy. Producer Ryan would love this. He attended Colorado State, loves Denver. We could do a lot of things. I know Dan last year wanted to go see the Giants in Colorado. We have a connection sort of where Momo's is for the ballpark. Maybe we'll go meet in Colorado. We could set something up through my work where we can get a suite or a bunch of tickets. But then a buddy of mine owns the bar restaurant right across the street. Maybe at once a year we go watch the Giants somewhere.
Bill's definitely a member, and he's better than a member. Bill spends.
The last couple of weeks, you could have got 6 buddies to be members on the thing. You've been gracious. Great to have you.
Yeah, we love Bill here. Bill's our number one guy in the chat. He's got a place at the table at the meet and greet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But no, we'll set something up. It's tough with something like this because we got to set a date probably 2-3 months in advance so people, if they can drive here. But no, we can do a lot of stuff. Next year, if you guys want to do a meet and greet down at Del Mar, so this way Dan and Lowe's can drive, we can go to a race. We can do different things. That's what we're here for.
Too bad that Golden Gate Field's closed.
Oh yeah,
that'd have been a great place to meet up in the
Bay Area.
Yeah, go to the horse tracks, man. We're all betting on some horses.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to bring it back, Lou, or is it gone?
We have complete morons. Our governors doesn't care. Nobody cares. I don't know what to say. It's a disgrace. So,
man, I love going to Golden Gate Fields. Great view when you go to the bathroom too.
Yeah, it's legendary.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's other stuff beside the racetracks. We have a racetrack down at Santa Anita where we can set something up. One of my clients is a big casino down in LA, right by the racetrack called Yamava. We could set something up there.
What is it called?
Yamava Casino.
Oh, Yamava. Okay, I thought you said
Yamamoto game.
I thought it was
right
Yamamoto.
Center, left center, they're advertising, and then when they bat, over the left shoulder and the right center, depending. I mean, it's amazing. But no, we got to do something fun. I only expect NorCal Sports Network to get bigger and better.
Do we need Kitchen Handy to become our Kings correspondent who does the live shows on the Kings?
Yeah.
Send
like
me-
the Bean, big win
hit-
tonight. They
hit
beat Portland at home. Wow.
hit me an email, Kitchen, if you want to. We are gonna do. We covered one Kings post game, the game that was a great game when they lost to who'd they lose to that
The
night?
Lakers, I believe, that night.
Yeah, was it the Lakers?
Last second.
Yeah. So give us a hit me up. We'll do some Kings. Definitely.
How about
Kings
this,
post
chat? You guys come up with 3 destinations that you guys would want to do. A certain place, either like, you got to remember, try to make it easy for everybody. But we'll do something. Give us your top 3 choices. We'll plan something in 3 to 6 months, and then we'll do it. If you want to come to San Francisco, the schedule's out. Let's do it where we can do this, guys. Let's do it where we can go like Tommy's the night before, have good Mexican food, tequila and everything, and the next day we can go to a Giants game. And what we can do is either we can get a deal on a suite, or we can get that suite that's below first base, which has.
Can we get our name up on the scoreboard, Lou?
We'll get you on the scoreboard, and what we'll do is I'll get or depending on the crowd, I'll get all 8 seats, my 4 and the 4 to the left. So wherever we're sitting, we'll give our people their tickets, and you guys can sit in the front row for 3 innings while the other people are with the group. Not a problem.
Yeah, let's get that thing going. We'll get that going next year for in May. May's a good month.
Yeah, take a look at the calendar. The schedule's up.
Yeah. And then we get our name up on the scoreboard. NorCal Sports Network is here.
It's always the top of the second inning that things come up. And depending on how many people we have, I can probably get Ask the Handyman, a.k.a. Stuart, how it was to go on the field. We'll go to the field before batting practice.
There we go. I got it spin here. Hold on. Oop. All right. I got my cords tangled around me.
Let's take advantage, with the Giant schedule up now. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at that Giants schedule for SF.
And
Giants.
Joe Schmo, Bay Meadows, Friday nights were the best. They had Dollar Bear Night. They had bands. I remember Dave Watkins of English Beat would play. 8 races. They'd have parties. It was great. And then everyone after would go to the TGIFs after and relax and have fun.
All right. You guys ready for the schedule?
Yeah.
Let's pull that right up here. There we go. Bingo.
I mean, obviously you can't do like a Giant Dodger game.
Are we looking at a game in
like who's playing that third week? Is that the Mets? I can't see. Or is that Cincinnati? I can't.
Third week at home?
Yeah, in May. I'm looking here.
Are we talking a weekend though, right? We got to do a weekend, or are we doing a weekday?
Weekends are easy. It's like a Thursday and Friday. We can go to Tommy's like on a Thursday and then go to the game Friday night.
You got Texas coming in April 25th, 6th, and 7th. You got Milwaukee on the 24th.
Oh yeah, there it is. Figuring out. Yeah, see, like Milwaukee or Texas, that'd be fun.
And then there's really nothing in
oh no,
May.
that's April. So I was looking at May. Oh, see,
May's
when
the A's. A's are here for 3.
See, and the day before on the 15th.
It's an off day. Off day on the 15th.
Yeah, so we'd have dinner that night and then go to the A's game that Friday night.
Yeah, the Sacramento A's. That could be fun. May 15th, huh?
Gives us enough time.
Yeah. That might be a good one. Weather's kind of cool still though, huh?
Yeah. And then Johnny T16, if you want to do something in Reno, we have a connection there too. And nothing wrong with going to a Reno Aces game. When the Giants affiliate goes up there, it's like 80% Giants fans. Tickets are dirt cheap. Fun time.
Yeah. Somebody's asking where the 25 All-Star game is next year. It is in Atlanta. They're getting their All-Star game back that
they should have never lost to begin with.
Should have lost in the first place. Ridiculous. That was a joke. All over what? Voter ID laws? Jeez. Oh, man. What are tickets costing for the A's in Sacramento? They're going to be a tough buy. Going to be tough to get A's tickets, isn't it? Going to be sold out every game, probably.
Yeah, well, I know the 4th of July weekend when the Giants go up is a tough ticket, and then probably their opener is a tough ticket. You know, I don't know the schedule, and I know when the Yankees, because remember, I think it only holds 12,600. But even that, you know, who knows? You know, if those are bad, they're still going to fill up, you know, 12,000 seat stadium.
I hear they're doing away with the artificial turf, the cooling, and they're going to stay with grass now.
Yeah, I heard that. And then I also heard that possibly starting June, their night games, because when the heat starts going, are going to be at 8:30 because, you know, you got to – and during the summer, they're going to start day games earlier, like maybe 10:30 in the morning, 11. Dan, imagine playing like in Arizona. Sacramento is a lot drier, and it gets bad.
I know, but you can't have a game at 8:30 at night.
Oh, no, yeah, Wes, instead of 7. Remember, the Giants used to start at 7:30.
Yeah, I could see starting at 7:30, but not 8:30.
They're just trying to do it because of the heat.
It's not that hot in Sacramento at night, is it? It's not like Phoenix where it doesn't cool off.
It's probably still 84, 85.
That's nice playing in that. I love playing in 80 degrees.
That's when the sun goes down. That's why they're starting late. They're trying to figure stuff out, you know. It'll be a very unique stadium because it's just not that big.
Build a dome in
for 4 years, and then what? They leave.
Yeah, I know. Get a team though. Get a commitment. It's hot in the valley. I know. I used to live in Bakersfield, dude. I know what hot is like. Bakersfield is hotter than Sacramento. It's the San Joaquin Valley. And I live in Phoenix area, so I know what hot is. We actually go into the 70s tomorrow for the first time all week. We're going to be in the 70s for the next few weeks. It was just 100 a few days ago.
Yeah, I heard you guys broke the record of Texas. They were 100 for 110 straight days, and you guys were like 117.
Wow, look at our vote. We got 40 votes. We've got 40% trade web, 40% no, and 20% depending on the return.
Right down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Come on. 40% of 40 votes is what? 16 votes. 16 yeses, 16 no's, and 8. 8, depending on, yeah.
And is it Corpo? I can't. Is that an A? Corpo 24. Sorry, or Corpo 24. I think if the Yankees don't get an early lead tomorrow, I think it's over. They need to get on the bullpen, the starter, get about a 3-0 lead, get that place rocking. But if they're down, like you could hear in the end, that place was so quiet.
Yeah.
Were you talking about the crowd or about how bad Bakersfield was?
Oh, yeah, the crowd.
Okay.
Dan, who do you think the Giants' new GM will be? I wouldn't be surprised if it's a couple people. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Billy Owens and Jeremy Shelley working as GMs with different departments. I also wouldn't be surprised if it's Kim Ning running it herself and Jeremy Shelley stays in the position he's in. as, that assistant behind the scenes. I just think that they're going to have to, they really need somebody that gets president of baseball ops type pay as the GM. Buster's not the guy to run everything like the top guy. This job's 365 days a year. And so I think you need somebody that's got experience before as a GM. I think Ned was right. He said somebody with experience is huge because of the position. Kim Ning has that experience of really running at the operation day to day. That's my gut tells me that it's her, but we'll see. What else do we got? I think we're about done here, guys. I'm getting on.
Oh yeah, 151 already.
Yeah, hour and 51 minutes. Good show tonight, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Rob C is the one that asked that question. Thanks, Rob. Good to see you in here. Some of the comments on Bakersfield in the chat. It wasn't a bad place to live, though. It was a good family town. What else we got before we hang it up? I don't know. I think that's it.
All right, tomorrow, big Warriors update, World Series post game.
Yeah, we've got a post game at about 8:30. Will we be having a new world champion tomorrow night crowned?
Possibly.
So we'll come on about 8:30 when the game ends. And then it was a long game tonight. 3.5 hours. So a little over 3.5 hours.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, again, the World Series, I don't know if you saw, Game 1 did 15 million. Game 2 did 12.5 million against college football, which is pretty good. Tonight, of course, you had the New York Giants against Pittsburgh.
Oh, you know what? I forgot all about that game. Who won that game? I didn't even pay attention.
Pittsburgh won. I think it was they won by 8, 31-23, or was it 23-8?
Where was that game at Pittsburgh?
It was at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Giants sort of blew it. So
Okay.
that's shocking.
So big sub climb. Yep. Big sub climb. Yeah, Japan was, you see them. What were all the Japanese wearing masks for? The heck's going on? They're all wearing their mask.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they have another COVID strain going through.
Oh, crap. They better not bring that crap here. That mask crap again.
Well, did you see there's some places, some states that are demanding it again? Come on.
Come on.
What, the government needs more money?
Yeah. I'm not doing no mask. No, I didn't do it last time.
Guys, thank you for the vote on the poll. Like and subscribe. Make Dan's job easier.
Hey, let me show you something, guys. Let's get a push. We're 2693, 7 away from the 2,700 mark. Hit that subscribe button. Let it go, baby. Watch it grow. Thank you guys for joining. And we're gonna have a big hit tomorrow too. We may even just blast this thing and keep it going, guys. Really appreciate you doing that, being part of NorCal Sports Network. We covered it all tonight. We covered Giants. We covered Dodgers. We covered Yankees. We covered Soto. What else did we cover? Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Dave Fleming. Dave Fleming with the great call.
Great call.
a great all-time call. That's going to go down in history as one of the all-time great calls. And we got some Giants content schmucks saying that he shouldn't have got that excited because it was they're
not real fans. Not real fans.
It was for the Dodgers. He said it's I gotta laugh again. He said he shouldn't have got that excited because it was over the Dodgers, and he's the Giants announcer. Again, he wasn't working for the Giants, and it's your profession. If I was announcing that, I would do the
same thing.
It just shows that fans that are Giants fans that cannot be, what's the word I want to use? It just shows that you can't be you can't really be objective and fair. If you're, that's Dave Fleming's job to be professional. And
that's why he got hired.
Yeah, he got hired. And it just shows the lack of just general understanding of sports.
That's it. General understanding. Good call.
Yeah, just a general understanding. You can't be knocking Dave Fleming because he's the Giants announcer and saying that it's the Dodgers. And why are you, the guy was incredulous. Why is he getting excited over it's the Dodgers, man. Don't you understand? It's the Dodgers. I'm like, dude.
It'll be interesting to see how the other show responds when the Dodgers win it. They'll probably get no credit. It was fixed. They paid for it.
They'll probably play funeral music again. Yeah. You got, it's like, it's just, come on, seriously, guys. You got to be better. I'm just glad we don't put up with that crap here.
And Rob, we'll get some Canadians, some hockey players. I don't think we're going to get anyone for the WNBA because when the women's team starts next year, we're not doing any pre or post game shows for them. Dan's not a huge fan.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night. And Joe Schmo talking about Dave Fleming. He's an ESPN worker and it's his job. He's actually working this World Series for MLB International. Him and Ryan Spilborg, who played for the Colorado Rockies. Could you imagine if Dave Fleming just went, oh, there's a drive to deep right field, and that ball is gone. And that wraps up the World Series. Sorry, I can't get too excited for the Dodgers because I work for the Giants as well.
Yeah. Give me a break.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Anyway, that's what other content producers out there produce, guys.
Yep.
Not here. Not here.
All right, guys. All right. Chat, thank you. Thank you for our sponsors.
Thank you for our sponsors. Absolutely. Thank you to Chapman Law Group. Make sure you guys hit up Chapman Law Group. I'm looking for the music here to get the thing going. And we'll find our way out of here, Lou, with the close. Here we go. Back tomorrow night. Double dipper. Dave will be the lone one left someday. That's right. He will be the lone one left.
Should be sooner than later.
Yeah. So, guys, double dipper tomorrow. We got Dodgers, Yankees, Game 4, and then we got Warriors post game coming up around 9:30, 9:45, right around there tomorrow. Warriors, Pelicans. Don't forget to join. Don't forget to, when you subscribe, turn on your notifications bells because we got videos coming out And make sure you like all those as well. We really appreciate chat. You guys are a great chat. Love having you guys here. Excellent show. Excellent chat. Thanks to Lou. Thanks again, Chapman Law Group and Yogurt Shack for sponsoring NorCal Sports Network. We'll see you tomorrow night.